Hello there guys, it's Joey. So I thought I would do a quick video. It's kind of semi-requested. Sterling was asking about this book, so I thought what we would do is have a look at the book, talk about my first impressions of the book, have a look through one or two of the meanings and like read through it and sort of discuss how that sort of alters from my other books that I use, the crystal bibbles and things like that. I'm going to use Labradorite because obviously it's my spirit stone right now, and then we might have a look at one or two others. So before we do that, and it is a sort of first impressions type video, I have looked through briefly, but I haven't sat down and really sort of absorbed it. I was having a read through the introduction, it seems really impressive, but I haven't gone through that in sort of a really in-depth way yet, and that's because of the timing. Everything's crazy right now with it being, you know, Xmas and then New Year and boof, and getting everything sorted and partner being at home, and it's just crazy. So there are obviously videos a little bit slower, a little bit behind in terms of videos. I have everything planned. I have a huge list of things going forward, so we know where we're going. It's no problem. I know what I need to get done, and we're going to keep on doing it. I'm going to leave the vlog for the last oracle and just move on to the next one with regards to the shapeshifter oracle. It was a little bit too fragmented with regards to obviously the holiday season getting in the way, things of that nature, and I think it's just best just to start fresh. I've actually got a new book, a new diary book, which I've picked specifically to move on onto the next shapeshifter oracle card in terms of vlogging and documenting my relationship, my bond, my experiences with that particular card. Much lighter in colour and things as well. I think that will really help. So that's still going to carry on. I have not forgotten about the Ogham readings. I've picked the person out of the hat who's going to be for this week, and I will attempt to get that done tomorrow or in the next few days. As I said, it's a bit crazy tomorrow, and it's just things like you realise you've forgotten something and you've got to go out to the supermarket, and then the supermarket is crazy busy, so it takes twice as long as it should, and stuff like that, you know, everyday boring dull stuff. But there you go, so there's that, and then we've got an array of new things coming for the store, new things coming for the channel. It's exciting. I know what we're going to do. It's all planned. I've got a list ready and raring to go. So once I've paused, breathed, embraced the new year, and, you know, it's all coming, I promise. So I thought we would have a quick look at the Book of Stones together. Sterling asked about it, and I'm sure there are more than a few people who have looked at this book and considered it. Depending on where you get it from, it's quite... it's reasonably expensive, but saying that, I think this one came about £15. You can get them here, there and everywhere. It depends where you are in the world. In America you can probably get it cheaper than that, but if I bought it from America then the shipping would be crazy and take 3 times as long, so you just have to shop around as much as possible. And in some places the crystal Bibles are £25. I've never paid that for them. Even buying them from my local holistic place, where I specifically bought them from because they had the rarer crystals on the front, they were 15, I believe, from there. But I have seen them priced up to £25 just for one of the crystal Bibles. So I think it depends on where you look. It's worth having a look online for this sort of thing. I got this off through a set, well, I got it for Christmas, it was a present, but it came from a seller via Amazon, although it took a little bit longer to get here than I would have liked. I did order a few things, I picked a few things and they were ordered for me ahead of time, but it took a couple of weeks to get here. But there you go. So this is the Book of Stones, Who They Are and What They Teach, by Robert Simmons and Nasha Asian, with contributions by Hazel Raven. It's a larger book, and it has some beautiful photography in it. Now, Right. So you have your preface, you have your acknowledgements, you have your contents. It's all right. And there's quite a large array of crystals in here. Now, it's not going to be all of them, I presume. It is quite a lot, though. And judging by the contents page, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 full pages of contents. Zoom in a bit. Right, so then you have your introduction page with some personal experiences, things about their connections, their early experiences with crystals, things of that nature, and that's interesting. Getting started, why stones work, a theory. I'm not going to go through everything in detail. What do I do with my stones? Now, I like this very much because when you first start with crystals, if you're like me anyway, let's just pop that there to hold that open. When you first sort of get into crystals, and I've been working with and around and collecting crystals for a while, and I haven't really studied as in I've read quite a few books, but it's not something I've studied in a more academic sense, I guess, and that's something I'm doing right now. Attempting to on my own at first. So when you first get into crystals, you're like, I really, really love them and I can feel something and it's having an effect on me, but how do I use them? Like, and a lot of places just say, you know, carry them, and you're like, eh. But this is quite good. I mean, it has quite a few of ways of working with them, and they've got some fantastic pictures about crystal healing. I wish I had crystals this size, I tell you. And, you know, sitting and meditating with them and things of that nature. So it's nice that they have pictures interspersing with quite a lot of information. If I zoom out a little bit, again, you have a picture here of crystal wands, picture here of tarot, sort of touching on these things. And then jewellery down here. So that sort of thing. Elemental energies in the mineral kingdom. Talking about the fact that a lot of people seem to think they are all earth energy, and why they're different energies within the within crystals, despite the fact they all come from the earth. So that's fantastic. That's a subject which, you know, might well be something I've thought of myself. And then it has information here about the different elements within crystals. So I'll read quickly the first line from fire. Fire element stones help fortify and balance the energy systems of the body. They govern the flow of the energy through the meridians, the vitality of the chakras, and on a more physical level, the reproductive system, digestive system, and endocrine system. And it goes on and on and on. Right. And then you start having information about the particular crystals themselves with some gorgeous photography. I think Lady Morgana said that they had beautiful photos in here, and they do. It's incredible. And I will show you this one, and then we'll go to Labradorite and read it and share what I think about it. So it has keywords, elements, and chakras, which is fantastic to have in the very basic formula, so you can quick reference if you want to. And here it has its hardness, its crystal structure, its shape, its specimen, its colour, and where it's from. So it's sort of physical information, which is great. And for this one, at least, I'm not sure about all of them because I haven't been through it in too much detail. It has a meaning written by both authors. So 2 different perspectives on a crystal, which is fabulous. Right. So let us go have a look at Labradorite, which is something that I have worked with obviously a lot lately. It's something that I love. Oddly enough, I think that's the same page number as in the Crystal Bible. Okay. My baby. Just to prove a point. Piece right there. There's always a piece near me. I'm so weird. Okay. Keywords: magic, protection, element wind, which is interesting, and all chakras. So Labradorite is a Flagocores, someone correct me, I'm sure someone will, feldspar, a sodium calcium aluminium silicate with a hardness of 6 to 6.5. Its crystal structure is triclinic, usually in complex aggregates. Its name is derived from the Labrador Peninsula in Canada, where the stone was first found in 1770. It is treasured for its remarkable play of colour, labradescence, which shows vivid flashes of blue, green, orange, red, and sometimes violet and gold. Labradorite is found in Canada, Madagascar, Mexico, Russia, and the US. In the 1940s, labradorites were discovered in Finland that exhibited the entire colour spectrum, and those were named spectralite. Larkivite is a silver grey labradorite from Scandinavia. I wonder if that's the rain-coloured ones that I've got. Very possibly. Another close cousin of labradorite is numite. Numite. I want some of that so much. It's proving a nightmare to get hold of in places where I can see it, because I'd much rather see it. Numite, that is. And, you know, I want to see the colour flashes. A gemstone native to Greenland. It exhibits similar colours to labradorite and spectralite, but in a different pattern, which is why they have separate entries in the book. The red paint people of Maine were familiar with labradorite and used it over 1,000 years ago. When Moravian missionaries in Canada discovered the material in 1770, they named it for the area. Yada yada yada. Okay, Robert Simmons is the gemstone of magic, and it awakens those who carry or wear it to the awareness of one's innate magical powers. The term magic often refers to mental and intuitive abilities, which include but are not limited to clairvoyance, telepathy, astral travel, prophecy, psychic reading, access to the Akashic records, past life recall, communication with higher guides and spirits, and coincidence control. Coincidence control is a practice of increasing the observed degree of synchronicity and serendipity in one's life. Labradorite is a stone ideally suited to facilitating the enhancements of abilities. It is an interdimensional stone emanating an energy which helps one consciously pierce the veil between the waking world and many... Oh gosh, my voice is going... Excuse me, I'm sorry. And many domains and places of inner awareness. It's a gemstone for adventure. It offers the chance to embark on a multitude of voyages and self-discovery. It is said that a tyrant wants power over others, and a true magician desires power only over him or herself. In wearing or working with labradorite, one disconnects from any tendencies to attempt to control others, whilst one bonds deeply with the knowledge of self-mastery is the path to true fulfillment. Wearing labradorite as a pendant can center one in a constant awareness of the multitude of layers of reality. In rings, it can enhance the sending and receiving of the impulses of all varieties of magic. Placed on the third eye in meditation, it can facilitate visionary experiences of the future, past, and many domains of time and timelessness. Harmonizes well with other feldspars, including moonstone, which we've just had in our Morrigan grid, so that's fantastic. I told you, synchronicity. Oh, you gotta love labradorite. Sunstone, spectralite, and golden labradorite. I haven't actually tried golden labradorite. I might. It doesn't call to me the same way, but we might try it. Moonstone brings in emotional balance and the vibration of the divine feminine. Sunstone and golden labradorite assist in the opening of the lower chakras during magical practices and in manifestation through magic. Spectralite works with one's rainbow body to enhance awareness of the higher realms. So that's one person's interpretation. And then the second, by Naisha, is this. So this I didn't really consider before. It's a powerful wind element stone used for magic and divination. It activates the inner eye, allowing one to more clearly envisage the past, future, and distant places. Despite its dark outer appearance, it holds a rainbow of brilliant hues, visible only when the stone is held in the light. This effect mirrors the energy of this ally, which enables one to move through the unseen realms while purifying one's energies in the light. It is a stone of strength and unity behind apparent duality. It can help one see and understand that apparent polarities are in fact a single continuum of energy that expresses itself in extremes. It assists one in recognizing the interconnectedness of all apparent duality and the unity of creation that underlines paradox. Acts as an ally for those who desire to enter the void to gain information and knowledge of the unseen aspects of life. For shamans, magicians, and other sorcerers, as in source, as in spirit and deity, it is a protective and powerful stone that aids in recalling experiences that one has had in other realms, other times, other lives. It can assist in moving between alternate states of consciousness and vibration. Creates a force field through the aura, protecting and strengthening the energies and preventing from others from tapping into your personal energy and draining you. It can be used to make certain that the elemental forces are empowered and in proper proportion within one's energy system. Is an important aid when working with the elemental allies, as it assists in evoking powerful natural energies. And then it's talking about magic again. Interestingly enough, at the bottom, it gives a spiritual meaning, an emotional meaning, a physical meaning, and an affirmation. This is fantastic. I really like this. So, spiritual assists in moving between realities and connecting with unseen realms. It enhances psychic abilities and enhances one's capacity to visualize and perceive with the inner eye. Useful for magical and ritual work, and acts as a psychic protection for those who travel and serve on other levels of reality. Emotional can aid in uncovering unconscious and subconscious belief patterns that generate unpleasant emotional states. Physical can help reveal the nature of mystery illness. It can show the patterns that have created disease and amplify one's healing thoughts and prayers. An affirmation: I call forth the magic of higher awareness. I love it. I love this. It's a fantastic book so far. It's just a first glance, a first look, if you like. I'm really excited by this book. I think it's looking to be fantastic. It has a wealth of information. I love that it has dual perspective. I love that it has a quick glance meaning for all the different elements that you might want to look at, and then more in depth if you have a bit more time and when you're really reading and focusing. So I thought I'd just show that as a quick sort of first impression, and just to show you a little bit what the book is about and what it's like on the inside. So I hope you enjoyed this video. There are more videos to come, I promise. We'll get back on it soon. Many blessings.